Alright, I'll try and just do videos of shoulders. It's the only two videos I can think of is Jay-Z and head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Because my shoulder really, really hurts. And plus side, it's my right arm. So when I write, it just constantly hurts. Alright, so this is more factoring. So guys, here, all I'm going to do here is just list every single factor of just the first and second term. So when we talk about factoring, when we talk about factoring this way, I always say to myself, is 27 the middle term? Is it bigger than the other two or smaller than the other one? It is quite big. So I have a feeling that I'm going to be using either 6 and 1 or 1 and 15. So I'm going to try to use 3 and 5 and 6 and 1, and we're just going to see if it works. So 3 in and 5 in. Then I'm going to plug 6 and 1 in. And in my head, before I plug it in, I'm going to see, because this is a minus sign, I'm going to be subtracting, which means I need to get above 27. And the way to get above 27 is to, when I multiply this, I have to multiply 6 times 5, because 6 times 5 gets me to 30. So I'm just going to try putting 6 and a 1 here. So when I multiply this gives me 30n minus 3n. And that gets me a 27n. What do I want, though, for my answer? I want a negative 27n, correct? So what that means is I need a negative 30 and a positive 3. So how do I get a negative 30? Well, if I multiply negative 6 times positive 5, that's going to give me that. That means that's going to be a plus sign. Alright? So we'll just keep going over examples. So 4n squared minus 15n minus 25. Alright, once again, my 2 does not look like a 2 at all. So once again, I'm going to say, look at that last term. That's a minus sign, which means I am subtracting. And I'm just going to list my factors. And that's supposed to be a 2. So I'm going to try just different numbers and just see if they work. So 2n, 2n, 5 and 5. Let's use this, that. So it's going to give me 10n and 10n. Once again, since that's a plus or subtraction sign, I'm going to be subtracting. Well, that's going to give me 0. I don't want 0. So I will try something else. Let's try 4 and 1. So that's going to give me it's been a long day already. So 4n times 5 is 20n, and then 5 times n is 5n. If I subtract those, it doesn't matter how I subtract it, that's going to give me a 15n. And I know that I'm going to be, well, that's correct. I needed a 15n. So what I'm saying is, how do I get to negative 15n? Well, if this gives me positive 15n, all you do is subtract the signs, and that gives you the negative 15n. So I multiplied 4 times 5, and that's how I got 20. So that just needs to be a negative 5, and that needs to be a positive 5. All right, we're going to do 2 more examples, and then we're going to do one with a plus sign. So 4n squared minus 17n plus 4. So once again, this is a plus sign, so I'll be adding. And 17 compared to my 4 and 4 is a really, really big number. Correct, because my factors here are 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Or, sorry. I have not taken any of the good drugs yet. Pain medicine, that is. So those are my options. It's 2 and 2, 4 and 1, 2 and 2, 4 and 1. So I know I'm going to be using bigger numbers because I need to get 217. So I'm going to try 4n and 1n, and then I'm going to try 2 and 2 and just see if it works. So I'm going to multiply here and here. That gives me 8n and 2n. No matter how I add that, I'm not going to get 17. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch that to 4 and 1. And if I put a 4 here, that's going to multiply 4 times 1 and then 4 times 1. It's going to give me the 8. So I know that one's wrong. So I'm going to try 1 and 4. Four times 4 is 16. 1 times n is 1n. So that's going to get me to my 17n. Once again, this is a plus sign. My signs are the same. That's a negative, so both of them are just going to be a negative. So that is my answer. And last one, we will try. I won't do that one. Alright, so this is the last problem we're going to do. So here, 3 and 3, 1 and 9, 5 and 1. Alright, so I'm going to break it into two sets of parentheses. And I'm automatically, this is going to be 5x and 1x. That's not going to change at all because 5 is prime. So now I just got to figure out which one I'm going to use. I'm going to be multiplying here and here. If I put a 9 here, what happens to my problem? I'm going to multiply 5 times 9, and that's going to give me 49. And remember, that's way, way bigger than 18. So it's not going to be 9. I can try the other one. So if I do a 1 here and a 9 here, that's going to give me 5x and 9x. If I add those up together, it's only going to give me 14. So that's not going to work either. So the plus side here is my only other option are the exact same number. So 3 and 3. So I'm going to check my work. I'm going to multiply out. And I'm going to get 15x and 3x. That, when I add, is going to give me 18x. Since that's a plus sign, it's just going to be plus plus. Alright guys, have a great day. If you needed extra help, hopefully this helped.